Alright, here's a great video to watch. This guy with the fire truck, he does a great job. And I'm just going to read my notes quickly as just kind of watching him in the background there. But it's definitely a video you need to watch and listen to. So the practical test, you got to chalk your wheels. You got to turn your wheels to the left or right, but you can do left. You got to have your air pressure at 90 to 100 psi. You have to have your brakes released. You can then measure the push rod stroke with a mark, soapstone or something. Note that the chart what the chart measurement says that you can have on your stroke. Apply the service brake with a 2x4 or some kind of uh, device that can hold the service brake pedal on. Then go back and measure the stroke, and that gives you your measurement as you double check with the chart. Then you got to test your low air alarm. It must come on by 55 psi. If it comes on below 55 psi, your low air alarm system is defective. Then you do an air buildup test. You want to go from 85 psi to 100 psi with the engine at 600 to 900 rpm, and you want to time it for 2 minutes. If it takes longer than 2 minutes for your air pressure to go up, your air system is defective. Then you want to test the governor cutout. So you run the engine to see where the pressure stops as the pressure is filling up, and that will be the cutout. If the cutout is above 145 psi or below 100 psi, the system is bad. You will also hear an audible uh, exhaust of the air when you reach cutout, because the governor will release air, and if you have an air dryer, it will also release air and moisture at the cutout. Now, you're gonna need to fan the brakes to see where the compressor cuts in, and it should be 20 to 25 lower than um, the cutout number. So, uh, so if it doesn't cut in by 80 psi, the system is bad. Okay, then you have to do an air loss test. Uh, at 120 psi, hold the service brake. Listen for audible air leaks and watch your gauge. After the initial air loss, you should not lose more than 3 psi in 1 minute. Then you're going to have to do a spring brake test. You got to push in to engage your spring brakes, and you should hear air, and then you do the tug test. Now don't forget to move the chocks, because you cannot have the chocks on for this test. And then you do the same. You could just do a regular test of the service brakes before you do anything else to make sure the service brakes are working. And then you can drain the tanks, starting with the wet tank. Alright, so that's this video. And this video is a great one to watch for you to get familiar with the air endorsement practical test. And there's also another one too. So this one that's the title, and that's the address. And then you have this one with Jazz. And there's the address. but it's called that. And this video is really good. So you got the fire truck with a DZ, and then you have this tractor trailer with an AZ. So they're two good videos to watch. Alright, so Mr. Everything here, I'm going to go and do my knowledge test. In Ontario, it's now an online test. And then I will have to bring the paperwork with me to the drive test center when I write my B test and my D test and the signs. Because the last time I did the test, they had a B section, they had a D section, and they had a signs section. So I will be studying that next. Maybe I'll make some videos on that. All right, thank you, Mr. Everything. It's kind of, you see the time there? Yeah, that's how late it is. That's why I've been messing up on these videos, but I gotta cram, man, because I'm running out of time and my birthday's coming up. Okay, take it easy.